Alright everyone, welcome to today's charting session. Sa mga hindi pa po nakakaalam, what we do here is we typically look at either yung mga trending names, meaning sila yung malaki yung value traded or malaki yung ginalaw whether to the upside or to the downside, or generally speaking mas minamatahan lang ng mga tao, no? Or tumatanggap din po tayo ng mga chart requests. So kung meron po kayong mga requests, please feel free to let me know in the comment section below. As you can see, I do strive and try my best na mapagbigyan lahat po ng mga request nyo, no? As I mentioned, since I haven't been feeling well, this week we won't have yung stock focus natin. But I'm hopeful na next week maibabalik na natin yon. Okay? Now, again, this is a pre-recorded session, meaning I'm recording this the night before. So, you may notice na kulang tayo ng isang candle sa chart, no? But, as I've mentioned numerous times in the past, it shouldn't matter all that much. Very rare yung occasion na one candle will change everything, no, in a chart. So, for the most part, yung mga scenario planning natin, mga hinahanap natin, all of that remains true. Okay? So, let's start off po with EMP. Now, EMP, nagkaroon tayo ng gap down, no? After nung rebalancing, di ba? So, price move down, gap down. It broke beneath tong support natin at 21, di ba? It was previous resistance that was supposed to turn support, hindi kinaya. We just broke down. After we broke down, we came back and tested it from underneath with this candle, di ba? Tested 21, hindi kinaya, broke back down. So, ngayon, we are trapped within this range between 18.8 hanggang 21 pesos, no? Now, if we can break above tong 21 pesos, which is the bullish scenario, we might come back and fill this gap or maybe even tag tong low na to where there was an area of previous consolidation. And if mabasag natin lahat yan, tumuloy, then we could come back and tag yung 25.05 na high. Kung pati yan mabasag, then syempre, new high na naman tayo. So, bagong price exploration na naman, no? However, let's say nag-consume muna sandali, tapos hindi kinaya, nag-breakdown, nabasag natin tong 18.8. If mabasag yung 18.8, then highly likely we come back to trade within this lower range here, between 17.5 to 18.8, where we traded before, no? Diyan din tayo nag-conso prior to price moving upward. Okay? Now, if price does come here, hindi natin alam kung ano balak niyang gawin. Maaring bumaba siya, bumuelo, then tumaas ulit, no? We don't know. Pwede rin bumaba, bumuelo, then bumaksak. Kung umangat, then we'll likely be looking for more or less the same thing. Babalik tayo sa range na to, 18.8 hanggang 21 and so on, no? Pero if mabasag yung 17.5, then highly likely we come back to revisit tong inflection point na to around 15 pesos, more or less, no? So, let's see what happens dito sa EMP moving forward. Hopefully, umayos-ayos naman siya ng konti, no? Now, I know some of you do yung mga broker analysis and you may have noticed na may particular broker na talagang binebentahan tong EMP, no? So, I guess hindi pa rin siya ready na paangatin to. So, again, let's wait and see what happens next dito sa Emperador. Next, let's look at DD, no? So, tong DD, nagkaroon tayo ng buyback, diba? So, it was consolidating here, moved up, diba? Dahil doon sa buyback news, got sold, pulled back, diba? We pulled back dito sa 8.82 area where we formed new support. Then, price started pushing higher again. So, what we want to see here is ma-establish yung low, high, higher low, then higher high, diba? So, we wanted to break above 10.8 sana. Now, if we break above 10.8, meron tayong minor area of previous consolidation here. Diba? Nag-pause yung price prior to it dropping really fast where we might find some type of resistance, no? And even if mabasag to around 11.5, we're still looking at resistance dito sa 12.2. If mabasag tong 12.2, then we might come back and tag these highs here and so on, no? I'm sure since medyo part to ngayon nung talagang minamatahan ng mga tao, will be discussing this a lot, no? Probably at least once a week. So I'm sure na mababantayan po natin to together, and if may mangyari man, sama-sama po natin to matitignan, mapag-aaralan at mapag-uusapan. Ang ayaw nating makita is for price to come back down and break beneath tong 8.82. if we break beneath tong 8.82, number 1, price might come back dito sa 7.72 where it was previous resistance, diba? Came up, resisted, then fell down bago tayo nag-range, diba? Or even lower all the way hanggang dito sa 7.3 kasi dyan yung area of previous consolidation. However, kung hindi nag-hold yan, then likely we come back and tag yung support at 6.85, and if that breaks, then again, bagong low na naman tayo, and again, bagong sakit na naman ng ulo. Okay? Possible din na from here, mag-consolidate muna tayo within this range between 9.8 hanggang 10.8 prior to price deciding what it wants to do. Whether it wants to push higher, whether it wants to push lower, we'll have to wait and see, no? Now, kung may hawak na po kayo nito, nakabili kayo dito sa baba, then obviously, congratulations. Just be sure to trail your stop accordingly. Maaaring na-hit yung trail stop nyo nung nag-pull back tayo ng very sharply dito, no? Diba? Hindi ko alam kung ano kasi yung mga systems na gamit nyo eh. However, if hindi, then just make sure na sundan pa rin natin yung mga disiplina natin, sundan natin yung trail stop natin, sundan natin yung system natin, para kung mangyari man yung ayaw natin mangyari, ay hindi po natin maibalik sa merkado ang karamihan ng kinita natin. Alright? Next, tignan po natin ng FNI, which is also a requested chart, no? Not surprisingly, because it's slowly grinding higher, no? Now, as always, diba, yung sinasabi nga natin, parang paint by numbers. So, it was consolidating here, try to move to the upside, nauntog tayo doon sa top end ng range, pulled back, diba, formed support here, diba? Itong support na to, saan to galing? Ayan yung mga previous sa resistance dito along the way, diba, na nag-act din as support. So, we came back, tagged that area, then started pushing higher. So, ito na yung low, high, higher low, diba? Tapos ngayon, nag-form tayo ng higher high. Possible nga na ito yung higher high, higher low, tas higher high na naman. So, we have to wait and see how this is gonna push. So, what do we want to see from here? Bullish scenario, number 1, possible na mag-consume muna tayo between 2.5 up to 2.65. Bakit ang lapit? Kasi, ang dami niyang chop along the way. Kaya ang daming levels na nag-form sa pagtaas niya. Same thing kapag tumulak to pababa, ganun din. Marami rin siyang levels kasi nag-chop din tayo dito. But, pwedeng mag-conso dito, tapos papunta dito 2.65, and if we break 2.65, 2.74, yung next resistance natin, lagyan na lang natin sa 2.75 para sarado, no? Then followed by 2.88. And if we can break 2.88, then we likely target yung double top na naiwan dito sa taas. Alright? Now, ang ayaw nating makita is for price to pull back down, break beneath tong 2.33, test it from underneath, hold, then roll over. Pagka ganon, we might, number 1, come back to this original range, and number 2, again, form some type of head and shoulders pattern. Now, I've mentioned before na typically, hindi ko gaano binibigyan ng bigat ang head and shoulders pattern kapag nangyayari siya in the middle of the range. And that's true here, no? But I know some traders do, so I just wanted to mention it para sakali mang tinitignan nyo or baka na-miss nyo, at least napaalalahanan ko lang. Alright? Next, tingnan po natin yung LR. Now, LR, we crashed down here, diba? Came back and tagged previous support. Okay? We haven't looked at this chart before. Why? Kasi diba sabi ko, ayaw ko yung mga chart na may mga ganito, yung mga dash-dash lang. So, LR is not something that I typically trade, no? Kasi basta nangyayari ganyan, yung mga dash-dash lang na candles, typically ayoko na yan eh. Kahit na may handful lang na nasa chart, I don't like it as much. Okay? However, structurally speaking, yun nga, nag-low tayo, price broke above this, so essentially low, high, kasi dapat to yung dati mong high, low, diba? Na-break natin to, so may low, high. So, ang tanong ngayon is, are we forming a higher low? Price has come back, almost filled the gap, medyo kapos ng konti. Okay? So, it's possible na pumunta tayo rito, matag yung gap, tapos from there, makahanap tayo ng support, and then we start pushing higher. However, even if that happens, we do need to be wary of this area here kasi ito yung area natin of previous consolidation, no? So, we could always push up, tag it, then push lower. Kung mangyari yon, kunyari pumunta rito, okay, tama, nag-bounce, nauntog dito, then roll over, then I think that's gonna look a lot more bearish na kasi likely what happens next is ganoon na naman, we tag it from underneath, then roll over, babalikan na naman natin tong support na to. Now, if you are a range trader or a support trader, then of course, you may want to enter into a position here as long as pasok siya sa parameters nyo, no? But again, that's not personally for me. On the bullish scenario naman, syempre, we hit bounce, maaring konso konti, then push higher. If we can break above tong 1.68, then obviously, nag-form na tayo ng some type of reversal pattern, no? Na parang nag-higher high, higher lows na tayo. So, kung nabasag tong 1.68, ang next na resistance level natin will be 1.76. And if we break 1.76, mag-open up talaga yung range na kasi ang bilis ng baksak niya dito eh. Diba? Yes, may nag-form ng mga minor resistance levels along the way and I do see them, but I don't feel na noteworthy pa na lagyan siya ng level kasi magmumukha ng notebook yung chart ko, no? So, I do take note of them. I am aware, but I don't feel like there are major levels of resistance. So, it opens up this area here to possibly trade in for LR. Okay? And then finally, let's take a quick look at PGOLD, no? Now, PGOLD has slowly been grinding down. Sabi ko nga noon, nag-breakdown tayo dito, price came up, tested yung previous support mo, naging resistance, broke beneath, so nag-form tayo ng low, di ba? Ito yung high, low, lower high, lower low, lower high, tapos ngayon, trap tayo sa range na to, between 35.3 hanggang 38.5. Now, will we break 35.3? I don't know, no? But if we do, that opens up this range beneath between 32.8 hanggang 35.3. If mabasag naman natin to the upside yung 38.5, immediate resistance is at 40 pesos. Okay, however, kahit na mabasag natin yan, I personally wouldn't be too bullish just yet kasi pwedeng mag-overshoot lang siya ng konti, parang i-challenge lang niya to only to roll back tapos bumalik lang sa original range. So something to watch out for lang. However, kung pati itong 40 pesos mabasag natin, then that opens up this range above, which is, I feel is a very good and tradable range between 40 pesos hanggang 44.7, no? Yes, there's a lot of chop along the way and I don't expect it to be an easy trade, but at least it's a wide enough range na pwede siyang magbigay ng opportunities lalo na sa mga range traders, no? So, let's wait and see kung ano yung mag-unfold dito sa PGOLD. Pababa ba? Diba? Mababasag ba tong 35.3? Babalik ba tayo sa range na to? And if mabasag din yung 32.8, then baka balikan natin yung previous support at 31.2? Or aangat ba? Mababasag ba natin tong 40 pesos opening up this range above? We have to wait and see, no? So guys, dito po nagtatapos yung video natin. I hope nakatulong po to sa inyo kahit papano and may natutunan po kayo, no? Kahit konti. Again, I do apologize for our pre-recorded videos. I'm not a big fan of them either, but it's the best way for me currently to make sure na napaprovide ko pa rin kayo ng decent content, di ba? Na hindi sobrang piga yung schedule ko. As I mentioned, my schedule right now, I've been wishing na umayos na since end of January, since last year pa, di ba? I keep mentioning it, kaso wala eh. Talagang ayaw pang makisama, no? So again, I do apologize, but as I mentioned, a lot of our scenarios do hold, diba? And do stay true. That's why more often than not, I only speak about a particular stock at about once a week, no? Kasi I feel like the scenarios do hold from a week-to-week basis at least. And it's very rare for just one candle to change the entire landscape of that particular chart, no? Of that particular market. So, again, while I'm not particularly thrilled about it either, and I will try to do more quote-unquote live charting sessions, no? So, I do apologize na ganon, but unfortunately, wala eh. Yun talaga yung baraha na nabigay sa atin, no? So anyways guys, as always, maraming salamat po sa panonood. I really appreciate it. Good luck and happy trading.